In a realm where reality bends to the impossible, Lina, a dream cartographer, and Kael, a guardian of memories, confront a temporal storm threatening to erase existence. As time collapses around them, they uncover that their own memories conceal the key to salvation. But will unraveling the past cost them their future? Lina possesses the unique ability to navigate and map the dreamscapes of others. Her explorations into the subconscious have unveiled hidden truths and deep-seated fears. Kael safeguards the collective memories of his people, ensuring that their history and experiences are preserved. His dedication is tested when forgotten events resurface, challenging his perception of reality. Kael Draven arrives at Virith, a doomed island teetering dangerously over the abyss of the Veil. The air is thin, laden with tension and the murmurs of sorrowful winds. As he walks through deserted streets and buildings corroded by time, he bears the guilt of failing to save his homeland. Amidst the rubble, he finds a clue left by an ancient guardian, a metallic fragment glowing with a strange gleam, foretelling the enigma of the Ethereum. High atop a floating island, Lyra Osvan enters an aerial library hidden among the clouds. The corridors are labyrinthine, filled with forbidden volumes and forgotten enchantments. She seeks a legendary relic that, according to underworld whispers, can reveal the truth about the fall of a mysterious island. Amidst the shadows of ancient tomes, Lyra senses the presence of secrets echoing with the melancholy of an unresolved past. Their paths cross when Kael investigates anomalous signs in the Ethereum. Glowing traces scatter across the island's cracked ground, forming a natural map that seems to point towards something greater. Each pulsating particle reflects the unstable energy keeping the islands afloat, and Kael senses this phenomenon is part of a much larger conspiracy. On a stormy night, the sky tears apart with flashes of light and the sound of thunder echoes as an omen. The instability of the Ethereum triggers a sinister event, an island begins to lose its balance. Kael witnesses, with wide eyes, the imminent collapse of once imposing structures. It's the first sign that hidden forces are manipulating Orvelen's destiny. While fleeing the ruins of an ancient structure, Kael and Lyra unexpectedly meet. The collision of destinies forces them to join forces, even if by survival instinct. Amidst wary glances and ragged breaths, the initial tension gives way to a reluctant alliance, as both know that alone, they would be just more disposable pieces in a game of power. In an improvised refuge, among debris and shadows, the two share fragments of their stories. Kael reveals the emotional scar of his failure, while Lyra exposes the trauma of a childhood filled with stolen secrets. Amid promises of loyalty and veiled warnings, they form a pact, to unravel the mystery of the Ethereum and prevent other islands from being lost to the Veil. As the alliance strengthens, Lyra begins to hear soft and disturbing voices coming from the abyss. In restless dreams and moments of pure solitude, the Veil seems to whisper ancient secrets. These murmurs indicate that something or someone is using the energy to alter the island's fate, and Lyra decides she must follow these echoes, even if it leads her into the unknown. During an expedition through a secret chamber beneath the rubble, Kael and Lyra discover a unique artifact, a letter made of metal and light, inscribed with arcane symbols. This object, resembling a map, seems to be the key to understanding the imbalances of the Ethereum. Each symbol reveals part of a buried truth, and the pair realizes they are facing a puzzle that could shake the very foundations of Orvelen. Guided by the artifact, the two travel to an island that, although it had fallen in the past, has inexplicably reappeared. Known as the Phantom Island, this place harbors ruins that tell stories of ancient rituals and lost civilizations. Among shadows and relics, Kael and Lyra find traces of a forgotten power, suggesting that not everything that disappears is irretrievably lost. Inside a partially eroded temple, they find a living weapon, a relic that pulses with an almost organic energy. This weapon, shrouded in legends, seems to have a life of its own and carries the ability to manipulate the Ethereum. The danger it represents is as real as the blood running down the temple walls, and both understand that such power could be the centerpiece of the conspiracy. As they follow the clues left by the relic, Kael and Lyra encounter an aerial resistance based on a northern island. This faction, formed by dissidents who refuse to accept the fate imposed by the Ethereum, fights to regain control over their floating home. Amid conflicts and temporary alliances, our protagonists gather information pointing to a network of manipulation extending across all the islands. During a fierce confrontation with the Resistance's defenders, Kael discovers the origin of the strange metal covering his arm. This metal, forged from the Ethereum itself, holds the key to understanding the connection between his destiny and the power threatening to destroy Orvelen. The shock of this revelation makes him question whether he is truly an agent of redemption or merely a puppet of greater forces. In a daring aerial chase, Kael and Lina board flying ships whose structures resemble delicate glass wings. During the escape, as the ships clash in a deadly ballet in the sky, the protagonists narrowly evade the clutches of relentless enemies. This race against time intensifies the feeling that Orvelen's balance is on the brink of collapse. Their quest leads them to an enigmatic island, known as the Mirrored Island, where reflective surfaces seem to distort reality. There, Lina finds clues about her own origin, revealing that her family was somehow linked to the creation and control of the Ethereum. This discovery deeply unsettles her, forcing her to confront memories and secrets she had long tried to forget. While exploring the ruins of the Mirrored Island, Kael and Lina find a survivor, a wise old man who claims to have witnessed the fall of countless islands and the secrets of the Veil. This elder shares stories from ancient times, where gods and men waged battles for control of the Ethereum. His words, laden with back on a falling island, the protagonists face a disturbing phenomenon. The inhabitants, under the effect of a sinister enchantment, begin to act as if possessed by a deadly voice. These whispers echo through the alleys, inciting madness and violence. Kael and Lina struggle to maintain their sanity as they try to uncover the origin of this insidious evil. Kael is confronted by his past when he discovers records of Viratha's first guardian, whose shadow looms over his own path. He must face the ghosts of a broken promise and determine whether his role is that of a protector or a bearer of an inevitable burden. This inner journey is marked by pain and revelations that shift his perception of destiny. Captured by a fanatical cult worshipping the Veil, Kael and Lina undergo a brutal trial. They face leaders who believe the collapse of the islands is a necessary purification for a new cycle of existence. Amid interrogations and macabre rituals, the duo fights to preserve their identity and protect the knowledge that could save Orvelen, even if it comes at a steep price. After a daring escape from the cult, Lina deciphers the map revealed by the artifact. Each symbol etched in her memory demands a personal sacrifice. Faced with a painful decision, she realizes the truth about the Ethereum cannot be uncovered without shedding tears, tears that may either heal or doom everything. A new phenomenon emerges. Islands never seen before begin to rise on the horizon, radiating energies never previously observed. The atmosphere shifts uneasily, as though Orvelen is on the brink of a new era. Kael and Lina embark on one last expedition to uncover the origins of these formations, sensing the world's fate may be rewritten. At the heart of the new island, Kael discovers an ancient sanctuary where Ethereum's energy manifests in its purest form. There, he must confront the power within his own body, a fusion of flesh, metal, and guilt. In a ritual that defies the limits of reality, Kael must choose to either embrace this power and become a living weapon or relinquish it to preserve what remains of his humanity. As they explore the true nature of Ethereum, Kael and Lina realize each island's fall may actually be a portal to other realms and possibilities. This revelation changes the course of their mission. The fall represents not just destruction, but a chance to rebuild. Surrounded by shimmering gates and surreal landscapes, they step into a reality where life and death blur. Just when everything seems to align, an unexpected ally reveals hidden intentions. Winds, betrayal strikes Kael and Lina with devastating force. Faced with the bitter truth that loyalty is as volatile as floating islands, they must decide whether to forgive, fight, or part ways on paths that may lead to irreversible destinies. With betrayal fresh and Ethereum's energies boiling, the protagonists rally with a final force, a fleet of flying ships that defy the rules of the sky. In an intense aerial battle where every strike and maneuver will decide Orvelen's fate, Kael and Lina lead the offensive against those seeking dominion over the skies. The climax nears, and each second becomes a desperate fight for truth and survival. In the ultimate confrontation, the fate of each island intertwines in a final battle between light and darkness. Sacrifices are made, and the essence of Ethereum is finally revealed as a force that can both destroy and restore. Kael and Lina, forever marked by their choices, face the twilight of an old world to make way for an uncertain rebirth. As the ashes of what was lost blend with hope, Orvelen prepares to be rebuilt, a world where stories of fall and rise become eternal legends.